Just getting last thing set up here. And Ozzy's here. Ozzy, how's it going? All right, and then I'm going to pin that. Thank you, Brian. Hey, Chuck. Hey, Hazraz. Yeah, so we're doing a Thursday Night Live tonight because tomorrow night I will not be here. I will be spending it with Silvija because our anniversary is coming up. Our anniversary is actually on Saturday, but we're going to be doing our anniversary thing tomorrow night. So I won't be around for the live. So we're doing it tonight instead. Fleet Paw Swiftback, $2. So, are you bringing the little Horga with you? Are you referring to my penis? Because that's not very funny. No, there'll be no Horga. I mean, I could bring one, I guess, but no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Feed me Seymour, Kink Trek. Yes. Ozzy, just fine, and San Diego, California shuttle is ready for Captain Foley and Captain Admiral Foley to go to Ryza. Matt Boardman, happy pre-anniversary. Thank you, Matt. Libby Julius, I work for Trekyards and I still don't get a notification. Chuck, happy anniversary, Stuart and Sylvia. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, been married, it'll be 9 years on Saturday, so that's cool. We're going to be getting a nice hotel room, huge king-size bed, hot tub, jacuzzi. I think there's a fireplace, not sure, but we're gonna go all out for that. And it's actually not far from here. It's just like a couple minutes away from the house, but it's just to get out and do something. Gonna have a nice supper and just have a good time. So I don't think you guys want me streaming that. Just saying. Might be other things happening. Well, that blew up in my face, says Fleet Paw. I mean, so, when I was just talking about my penis, you really want to say that blew up in your face? Because, just saying. Jeffrey Klein, what are your thoughts on Starfleet Academy show announcement? I'll believe it when I see it. That show has been in the works forever. It was originally an idea way back in like 1989. It was going to be one of the Star Trek movies. Then it got waylaid, and then a few years ago it came back as this big thing is going to happen. Lower Decks was rumored to be that. Prodigy was rumored to be that, and it just never happened. So I'll believe it when I see it. Until then, and the shitty thing is, Alex Kurtzman's going to take all the goddamn credit for that. I had this idea for a show, and it's my show. Yeah, no, you dumbass. Olivia says, so what does this mean? I get the censored chair tomorrow. I promise I'll keep Fleet Paw online. I mean, sure, if you can start a live stream on the Trekyards channel, go right ahead. Foley's got jokes tonight, I see. And not just tonight. My penis is always on me, and that's the biggest joke of all. Biggest. Get it? It's biggest joke, but it's a joke because it's small. See? No matter what you say, Fleet Paw, it's going to turn into a penis thing tonight, I guess. I log on, the first thing I hear is about a penis. Gotta be one of those nights. Hell yeah. Yeah, Kurtzman's going to take the goddamn credit. Absolutely, he will. So, shrinkage. No, there'll be no swimming. So, it'll be hot tub, which, it'll be fine. So, But anyway, one of the things I did want to talk about a little bit tonight is I don't know if you guys know this, but Ubisoft, the people that made Star Trek Bridge Crew, don't have the license for Star Trek anymore. So guess what? All of the Star Trek Bridge Crew servers are down. You can't play Bridge Crew online anymore. You can't play multiplayer, obviously. You can't even play the single player campaign because it needs to be an internet connection to the servers for some reason. So, guess what? No more Bridge Crew. Whether they're going to fix this issue, I don't know. They're still selling the game, and all the people that bought it at least deserve the right to be able to play the main campaign. So, not great. So it pisses me off quite a bit. Hezraz, unless an Academy show was done well, it will be has potential to tank. If it ever happens, it would get old fast, possibly. I mean, they could make it good. I'm sure they could make it good. I'm just kind of concerned that they won't because they don't have the best track record, right? So. Stewart and his man meat show. Well, that's those are the ones you don't see. Did you pack your Viagra? Um, it's not called Viagra, but yes. Not that I usually need it, but I am getting older, so sometimes it's a little difficult. You guys really want to know this stuff? Come on now. This is like a truth or dare or truth or drink live stream now. I'm not afraid to answer any question, pretty much. So, Smart Smears, I feel like replacing Discovery with Picard in Section 31 and Starfleet Academy is a downgrade and sounds pretty uninteresting. Outside the cartoons, only Strange New Worlds would be about traditional space exploration. Well, they're not replacing Discovery or Picard. They're going to still have Discovery and Picard. So, wait, what did I miss about Bridge Crew? Bridge Crew, the servers aren't active anymore. CBS, Ubisoft, the people that made the game, don't have the Star Trek license anymore. So they just, without warning, just took their servers down or disabled the servers. So you can't play multiplayer anymore. You can't even play the game. You can't even play the single player campaign because you got to log in via the servers for some fucking reason. So anyway, yeah, that's a real pet peeve. That might be a rant alert coming out soon. I don't know. I've filmed a bunch of stuff. There's going to be there was an unboxing video today on the Captain Foley personal channel if you haven't seen it. Tomorrow there's going to be an Eagle Moss review. Next Friday is going to be an Eagle Moss review. Next Thursday will probably be another video. I filmed one today. That's one of the reasons I have the motion picture era graphics up here, because I did a motion picture era thing for a captain's log that you guys are going to like. And I've got a few Eagle Moss reviews on the way as well. So there's going to be a lot more content coming from me. I've been in the mood for filming and being productive this past week, so I've got a lot done. And so you guys will benefit from that. If you haven't subscribed to the Captain Foley personal channel, though, I would suggest going over there because there's probably going to be some Captain Foley personal channel exclusive stuff. So check that out and make sure you're subscribed, all that jazz. And guys, hit the like button. We got 24 likes with 31 people here. That's pretty great, but we can do better. So, online only games need to be banned just for that server reason, especially games people paid for. Yes, War God 6, I agree. Also, things like this. They're up there. I got the Sphero droids, the Sphero R2D2 and the Sphero R2Q5, the BB-8, or BB-9. I don't know what the fuck his name is anymore. A little ball thing. And Sphero doesn't have the license for Star Wars anymore. The app still works, but there's going to be a time when you're not going to be able to download the app. So if you don't have it on an older tablet or phone, you're not going to be able to control the goddamn droids. That's one of the things with licensing that really sucks, and I don't agree with. I think it's total BS. Matthew Coat, how do licenses work? If you lose it, you lose all content ever. It's not retroactive. No, how a contract, like when you have a contract with like CBS for Star Trek, if you have the Star Trek license, you have to pay them a certain amount of money every year while you have that license. So while they had the license, they were paying CBS or Paramount, whoever the fuck had it, to have that license. Now that they don't have the license, you should still be able to use it. I'm not sure how it works for retroactive stuff, but it's an interesting question actually. Um, yes, Matt. Yes, I would love to hear some of your ideas for the channel. Shoot me a message at some point. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know how the licensing works like that. I just know that they were paying a lot of money for the license. And I don't know if just CBS didn't want to renew it because I think CBS, now that they're merged with Paramount again, and Paramount Plus might have new plans for Star Trek as far as games and stuff goes. So I honestly don't know what's going on, but I know I'm kind of pissed off. And it's not fair. It's not right. This is the way of the world, unfortunately. Um, why can't I lean back in this chair? There we go. So, yeah, it absolutely sucks, but it is what it is. Shoveler Mystery Man TC, Howard Bennett, the Academy in the 80s didn't work then. Exactly. It's like the rotating nature of New Trek. Yeah, I gotta have a drink. Hold on. I'm my last Palm Bay banana strawberry. I don't have anything else to drink except, of course, the hard alcohol, which is the plum brandy. But hopefully you guys have some good trivia questions for me tonight, and you super chat them. Because then if I get them wrong, I have to drink. But after this one, I might have to go downstairs and get some of my rum and mix it with ginger ale or something. I don't know. We'll see. Hezraz, that online game thing is shady. Back in the day, I put hundreds of dollars in an Avengers Facebook game. Then overnight, they decided to end the game and remake it after Disney bought it. Yeah, no shit. It's shit. It's. Ozzy, you mean Captain Kirk drank here at the bar? Oh yeah, there's apparently a new Lower Decks trailer that I haven't seen yet. So, Smart Smears. My understanding is that the 5 shows is their limit, so those shows will only come when 2 end. And my guess for which ones will end are Picard and Discovery. Yeah, I think Picard's going to have the shortest run, maybe 4 or 5 seasons at the most. But Discovery, I think they're going to push for at least 7 or 8. I think they might make it 8 just to kind of be the longest running, just because that's how their mentality is. Orion 14, trivia for you, Captain. What did the Voyager crew find at the end of the episode Course Oblivion? They found the Voyager that turned into, like, it was made from this silver goo that was on a planet Hell. And a fantastic, fantastic episode, by the way. But yeah, basically the goo made a Voyager and all the crew, and they started to fall apart as they got farther from their planet. So, and then, yes, they arrived finally because they got a distress call from the other Voyager, and it was just like this matter floating in space, this goo. Fleetpaw Swiftback, $50. Holy shit, son. F's in the chat for the loss of Bridge Crew. Let's all have a toast for Bridge Crew. Foley's little Horgon. 5 more years of Kunstman and the Foley's anniversary. Well, she's not a Foley. She didn't change her last name, so. But thank you. By the way, guys, got another shot glass. I got the Cheers shot glass tonight because my Crosshairs shot glass broke after the last hangout last Friday. I was taking it downstairs, and it slipped out of my hand in the kitchen and just. Psh. So, but I will take a shot for that. Oh shit. Thank you, Fleetpaw. In case you guys are wondering, that's it. The plum brandy. It's good stuff. It is. Thank you, Fleetpaw. That was a super, super generous super chat. Thank you. No more gift shop. No. Matt Boardman, Captain Foley personal channel can be found here. And look at that. There's a link. Click that. Open a new tab. Go subscribe and then come back. T. Louise Allen is here with a cheers. Thank you. David Julius. Could they have lost the license because they didn't update the game and didn't add ships that fans wanted? No, that's not why. Basically, it's just a renewal thing. If CBS wants to go with another option, they will not renew it. Or if Ubisoft didn't think it was profitable enough, which is probably the case, they just wouldn't want to renew it because they don't want to keep paying the licensing fee. So hopefully patches will be made for it so that it can at least be played with the campaign, because I wouldn't mind doing some of the... I always wanted to do that, actually, just do the VR thing by myself and pick a station and do a mission or two at a certain station. But then we always ended up doing it with the bridge crew, my friends. So, which was more fun anyway. It's more fun to interact. So they better do something with it, or at least come out with a new bridge crew from another company maybe. And to be fair, Ubisoft did a fantastic job with that game. The ship looked great. Everything was great in that game. The only real complaint was not a wide enough variety of missions, and more DLCs would have been great. More ships, more bridges would have been fantastic. Don't know why they didn't do it, but it is what it is. Philip Cumby. Hey, Captain. Love all the lives. Just got the DNA test in the mall to find out if my week-old son is my son or not. I'm 24 and hoping he's mine. He's one cute little fella. Loving all the content. Well, fingers crossed that's the case, man. Yeah. Ozzy confirms that it is BB-8. Yes. I don't know where I get BB-9. There's the little black one. The evil Imperial droid is something 9, I think. I don't know. Hezraz, I may have had a mobile game micro purchases addiction in the past. Vikings War of Clans had to be sacrificed, but my favorite game, but I overcame it. No more mobile games for moi. War God 6. I was a sucker for online apps, spent money on DLCs, and they canceled the game and lost money. That's the problem with that's why I like physical media. Even that being said, I have Bridge Crew on physical media. It doesn't fucking matter. But all these new consoles, like the next PlayStation, like the PlayStation 5 that I've got is the physical version. It's the disc drive version, so you can put the discs in. Next one's probably not going to be. So all my physical media is just going to sit there and suck. It just sucks that I can't use it. And if they decide that at some point a game you purchased in the past, they're just not going to have it available, you're screwed. You spent the money on it. It's aggravating. It's aggravating. Philip says, I always tune in and like when it's live or not. I love all Trekyards content. Thank you so much, Philip. Feed Me Seymour. Married with Children theme song was Love and Marriage by Frank Sinatra. When the show finished and they decided to make DVDs, didn't have the rights to the theme song anymore, so they made a new one. Really? Really? So the theme song on Married with Children on the DVDs is not Love and Marriage? Really? See, shit like that just pisses me off. All this licensing and copyright bullshit. If I love a particular song and I want to make a video to it, I want to add, some whatever to it, to the song, and spend all this time editing something together. First of all, I want the profits from that because I spent all the time making the video that you're seeing, or the clips, editing that shit together. But there's no way that they should be getting, like, copyright's such a weird thing. I mean, I understand that, the artist deserves to have the money go to them. Like, I get that, but the copyright system on YouTube is just, it's a thing. Hezraz, micro purchases in game is basically gambling, loot box, and all three. I've gambled and got the same buzz with micro purchases. Evil geniuses. War God 6. This is why I'm against the digitally only games. I fear one day we won't be able to play it. It's happened in the past with games physical copies no longer work. Yeah, I know. Brian Kesterson, CBS trying to squeeze every cent from the public they can, it seems to me. Yeah, I agree with that. Libby Julius, what is the registry number for the first ring ship Enterprise? you and your ring ships. Hold on, I'll just check over here because it's XCV 330. XCV 330. See, and I can cheat. that's the caveat here. If there's something in the room that I can like access for information, I will. So there you go. XCV 330. Hezraz, I prefer the past when you bought the game and didn't have to put hundreds into it yearly. I also preferred when you bought a goddamn game, brought it home, wanted to play it, threw it in the thing, and it worked. Instead of throwing it in the thing and then, oh, we got to download patches for the next 3 hours. It's like, are you fucking kidding? I want to play this game now. Nope, you can't. You can't do that. You've got to just. Shoveler Mystery Man TC. That Discovery had robots, but it's not what we've seen outside of Nomad, Rock M5, and Norman. Reyna doesn't count, as she was an organic artificial person like Daj. Xavier Gamer. Good evening, Captain Foley. How are you and the family doing tonight? Doing well, thank you. Hezraz, I also was addicted to that Star Trek Timelines game and the Walking Dead game. In retrospect, I feel sick about how much I spent for nothing. Yeah. Brian Kesterson, trivia question. What was the name of Captain Kirk's dog? Butler. Hezraz, wasn't Picard renewed for like 5 seasons or something? That was the plan. I think 5 was the number that I heard last, but with Patrick Stewart being so old, I mean, they are filming season 2 and 3 back to back or at the same time, so there is that. So yeah, I mean, 5 seasons would be great. It'd be a nice number for a Picard series, honestly. So, Thomas Bartholdi. I don't know. I just played games I had to buy once. Feed Me Seymour. I've been rewatching Voyager, and it's like a comfort blanket for me. It was the show that really changed my opinion on Trek. Start of my fandom of it. Yes, oh my god, I can't fucking speak tonight. It's actually Samuel's favorite series, Voyager. So, Matthew Coate, what would be the terrestrial version of the Romulan ale? And let's all drink that. Blue Curacao? I don't know. Nothing is equivalent to Romulan ale because the reason Romulan ale is illegal is because of the molecular structure of the alcohol. Once it touches the pores on your tongue, it immediately gets absorbed into the bloodstream. So you're drunk as soon as it hits your mouth. Any of the membranes in your mouth, once it hits those, you're drunk already. So that's why it's illegal. It doesn't have an earth counterpart. I mean, color-wise, anything blue. So, but Hezraz, I like the Demon Planet Voyager episode. It was sad in the end. I could understand faux Paris having an existential crisis. Yes, sir. Good episode. Thomas says he loves Voyager himself. Shoveler Mystery Man. What did the Kelvins, Andromeda aliens, really look like? Just light, I think. I don't know. It's a good question. Jeffrey Klein, what does the plum brandy taste like? It tastes like brandy that's made out of plums. No, it's got an interesting flavor. I don't even know how to describe it. Is there a description on the back? Traditional Croatian drink. This exquisite fruit liqueur is a famous plum brandy, also known as rakia. Its natural taste and aroma is derived from the traditional production process of distillation of ripened plums. It is an excellent served as an aperitif, chilled in a shot glass. So yeah, I don't know, it's good. It's a little harsh, but Feed Me Seymour. Just rewatched the season 1 episodes about the Pleasure Planet where they can fold space and teleport. Yes, they actually refer to that technology in Picard when in the Queen's chamber. Thomas says Europe is one of my favorites. War God 6, I literally just bought Bridge Crew last month. Oh, shit, son. Write an angry letter to Ubisoft. I'm going to. I am, because that pisses me off, because it was fun playing that for you guys. So write an angry letter to them saying you want to at least be able to play the single player campaign, because it's not fair, and hopefully they'll do some kind of patch. Matt Borman, I'm seriously so bummed I never got to play Bridge Crew with you. It still might happen. I'm sure there's a lot of creative people out online that bring old games back to life, so who knows? They'll probably come up with their own servers or something. That would be great. The Darth Eddy. If one aspect of the Voyager Enterprise could be retained for the TOS ship, which would you pick, if any? I'd keep the blue glow on the insides of the warp nacelles, but that's about it. Yeah, I would definitely pick that. This thing has it. The model I made, it has the blue inner chiller grills. Look, Matt. Look at that. That's Matt. Look at that. It's beautiful. But this thing, it lights up. When I put the lights on, you'll see. If you want me to, I can light it up for you. But the inner chiller grills do glow blue because that's something that Gene Roddenberry wanted to have happen, but they just couldn't do it budget-wise at the time. So that's really faint. You turn the TV off. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, they glow blue right there. It's very light blue. I didn't want it bright and overpowering, so it's a very faint blue color. I could have made it really, really bright and bombastic, but I didn't want to do that because you don't see it glowing blue in the show. So my idea was, okay, it was glowing, you just couldn't see it. It's not very bright. It's not. So yeah, I had to tone it down quite a bit because there are bright LEDs in there to do that. And yeah. BB9E. Oh, that's the bad one. Okay. Matthew Coate. To be fair, VR is still a small percentage of gamers. Yeah, but you don't need VR to play that game. That's the thing. You can play it without VR. So, Shoveler Mystery Man says CBS Studios, CBS Viacom wants licensing to double down on under one umbrella approach. CBS Interactive may take over video games. Well, as long as they give us, yeah, as long as they give us the equivalent of Bridge Crew in VR, maybe better. Better is great, but at least the equivalent, I'm on board. We must make him drunk. Super chat your trivia questions if you're able to. Hezraz, War God 6. The worst part is they probably knew too. A lot of companies that still advertise one card. That still advertises one card, even though they know that at the end of the year they're going to do another. Brian Kesterson, trivia question. What was Dr. Flox's first pet? His first pet? I have no idea. I know he has a bat in sick bay, but that's not what you're asking. Listen, Jericho, what's the issue with Forza Motorsport 7? They can't sell it after September. I have no idea. Matthew Coate, combine 1 ounce blue carousel and 2 ounces of vodka in an ice-filled glass, fill with seltzer, top with a splash of lemon lime soda, and garnish with blueberries. There's your Romulan ale. War God 6. I have a box set of complete series Married with Children that does use the original Love and Marriage. I had to hunt for it, but Single Seasons had the new song. It was a joke. The box set I found has it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Phoebe Seymour, correction. The season 1 DVD had Love and Marriage theme, but the remaining 10 seasons had that weird no lyrics theme song. Well, that sucks. Hezraz, licenses and copyright, in my opinion, is huge. Execs wanting tons of money. I understand content. Once someone whose name was Barbie in Edmonton opened a store with that name, Barbie sued her and closed. See, that's fucking bullshit. As long as she's not pretending to be Barbie with like the same pink and the same font and, you know, pretending to be representing the Barbie brand, then it shouldn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to deliberately rip something off or upload somebody else's complete content and try to make money off it, then yeah, that's when copyright laws should apply. But honestly, it's bullshit. If you have a song playing in the background for like 20 seconds of your video and they're claiming the whole video's revenue because of that, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Don't even get me started. Ezraz, the store had nothing to do with Barbie. Mattel is just greedy. Yep. Captain Foley is a cool guy. Hashtag facts, man. Matthew Coat, I want another Starfleet Command game. I had so much fun back in the day playing that shit. Yeah, they need to do a Starfleet Command remastered. Have all the games bundled in one, new graphics. I would buy the shit out of that game. I would buy 3 copies just to say thank you. Feed Me Seymour buys new Xbox games, puts in disc, downloads required with it. Waits 24 hours for it to download. Yep, play it for 1 day, go back to play it again, and there's been another patch or an update, and you got to wait for 3 hours to download that one. Yeah, happens all the time. Trailer Park Divida. Hey everyone, how are you? We're good. Hope you were well. Fleetpaw says, I guess it's a good thing I never really got into console games. I get irritated. Plus, when my sister has to download the patches for Xbox game, it kills the Wi-Fi speeds. Yeah, it does, absolutely. Philip Cumby puts in $7 Canadian, so thank you. Who was the last officer to give into the vision of 2x8 of Voyager? Who was the last officer to give into the vision on 2x8 of Voyager? I don't know what any of that means, so I'll just take a drink. Ezraz, I heard of adding blue curacao to Belgian Moon to make Romulan ale. It didn't live up to it. I tossed it out. Matthew quote, oh my God, you so had it right. First opinion, you're amazing. I don't even know what we're talking about because we're way behind in the chat, so I apologize. Hey Donnie, how's it going? I came from a live stream we have both seen. Yeah, I know you were over there. Terry Farley, Romulan ale maybe goes from smell membranes to the brain. I might do that as well, but I know that it does. Once it touches your tongue, it's in your bloodstream, and you pretty much start getting instantly drunk. Trailer Park David, I made a few Star Wars drinks on my channel. My Bloody Klingon is amazing. Well, there you go. Go subscribe. Fleetpaw Swiftback, I'd say the closest Terran equivalent to Romulan ale would be rectified spirits or moonshine, or any other 190 to 200 proof alcohol. Joshua Farrow, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Love your content. The videos on this channel are the best on YouTube. I don't know about that, but thank you. Would you like to see Worf as a captain in his own show? I mean, the typical answer is yes, but my answer is always like, not really. I don't know if I'd enjoy that. It'd have to be done well. It'd have to be done right. I don't have faith that they would do that. So if it was done TNG style by the right people, you know, hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But, yeah. Hezraz, I wonder if there's a Romulan alcohol and drug black market on Vulcan. If it works for Romulans, it should work for Vulcans. I mean, maybe. Who knows? Ozzy's here. Matthew Coat. David, what's your channel? David, what's your channel? Your name. Yeah, put it in there so people can go subscribe to see the drinks. Brian Keston, trivia question. What is the real name of the dog, number 1, according to Patrick Stewart? It's new trivia. I can't remember. Shoveler, Kelvins are shapeshifters, but their true shape is like air-breathing squids with 100 tentacles. Ooh. Trailer Park, Davida, Just look up Trailer Park David at LOL, Matthew Cole. Yeah, you can just actually click her name, I think. At least I used to do that, be able to do that. Click the name or the three dots beside her name, and it should be able to take you to the channel. Brian says, trivia question, what was Commander Riker's favorite song? Moon over Rigel 7. I don't know. Matt Boardman, oh yay. I was hoping sometime to be able to see that on your monitor. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shoveler, and we have still more rant alerts coming up where that'll probably be part of it. But Shoveler, I love FASTA Starship or Star Trek Ship Commander, great board game, and no need to plug in. The Darth Eddy, that looks good. She looks even more beautiful with blue chiller bars. Matthew Coate, you have so much cool stuff. I'm jealous. Dark Lord says, have you seen the Playmates Enterprise? I have. I'm not really interested. Playmates is not really my thing. Well, is it Playmates or Playmobil? I thought it was Playmobil, and Playmobil is not my thing. Playmates are cool. Confused me there for a second. But I have seen it, and the price is ridiculous. I don't think I'll be getting it. To be honest, I have a lot of Constitution-class ships around this house. I don't know if I need another one that's that pricey. If I find it for a good price, someone wants to send it to me, that'd be awesome. I will review it. But other than that, no, I don't think I'll be spending that money on it. Fleetpaw says, yeah, Julia plays without VR when she plays with Stuart. Yes, you don't need VR to play Bridge Crew. And you can play people that are, you can play, well, you could before multiplayer. You can play with people that are on VR even if you're not, so it doesn't really matter. Defiant Mr. Raven Productions, I just rebought PlayStation Plus. I might buy a PlayStation 5 soon, hopefully, from eBay from a trusted seller. Hashtag I have source for stuff on eBay. Uh-oh. Hashtag code of honor. Oh, got a drink. Matthew Coate, I hope so. I don't have the materials, so PBR it is. Shoveler, Dark Lord Playmates Enterprise. Which one? Matthew Coate, I honestly didn't know you could play without VR. Yep, absolutely you can. It's not much fun without VR. It's way better in VR to be able to just push the buttons with your hands with the fingers, with the wands. To use the controller, you gotta like scroll up and over to the button you need. It's just kind of Brian Kesterson, trivia question. What was Dr. Crusher's love called besides the ghost? LOL. Don't know, Brian. Fleetpaw, yep, it's supposed to be a bit harder, but Olivia has it down pat. The Darth Eddy, in which year did Zefram Cochrane give the commencement address at Princeton, where he admitted to his first warp flight was helped from people from the future and interference from aliens? I don't know the year. It's a good question. That's a fantastic question. Matthew Coate, Olivia is an icon around here, from what I understand. Well, yes, this is true. Feed Me Seymour. Favorite line from Married with Children was when Al comes home from work and Petty asks, "Did you miss me?" And Al says, "With every bullet so far." Yeah, I still use that line. Shoveler, Mystery Man. Trivia question. What was Picard's pet aside from his dog number 1? He had a lionfish named Livingston. And I have a pug named Precious who just is behind the camera sleeping. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Flashing plastic. It's fantastic. You can brush my hair. Undress me anywhere. Fleetpaw Swiftback. She's one of our presidents here, and we have 3 or 4 of them, LOL. We have 3 presidents. Olivia says, I miss Star Trek Bridge Commander. General Grievous, have you heard about the immersive Disney Star Wars hotel? Well, you'll pay almost $5,000 for only 2 nights. Cringe. I have heard about that, actually. If I had the money, it'd be fantastic, but it shouldn't be that much. Not many people can afford that shit. A rude chef. Hey, Aaron, how's it going? The classic Sega game Crazy Taxi had a Green Day soundtrack when it first came out on the Dreamcast, and its release on the GameCube and 2. However, when it hit Sega Dreamcast Classics disc for the Xbox 360, the music changed. And before that, Crazy Taxi 3 for the original Xbox had the first 2 games on them with different music. Copyright issues. Fuck them. Mark says, I've tried to play STO a few times lately, but it keeps having to patch, and I'm too impatient. Yeah, every time I log on, they're always updating it and for the better. So the patches are good, but sometimes if you haven't been on for a while, it does take a long time to do the patch. So the episode Persistence of Vision. Okay. War God 6. Need for Speed has sold a game before they were ready. Their first update was just to make the game playable. Happens all the time. Mark Lawrence. Anyone here going to be in or is already in Vegas this weekend? Don't remind me about Vegas, Mark. I couldn't make it this year. I don't like hearing about it. But good to see you, Mark. Ivan says, greetings from Peru. Well, greetings from Canada. The movie people. Strange New Worlds looks strange to me. I want more Orville. Yeah, there's more Orville on the way. Don't worry. Rude Chef says, I wonder what the taste of Romulan ale will be like if it were to be compared to something we have here. Sake? Sake is really good. I don't know. That would be interesting to find out what a mythical made-up drink tastes like. Matthew Coate, $5. Just love your content. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Matthew. Feed Me Seymour. If I was going to make Romulan ale, I'd probably use Brewdog ale mixed with moonshine or a shot of absinthe and blue Gatorade for a bit of flavor. Interesting. General Grievous, $2. Please, no Worf show they would make him a disco Klingon. They're not going to do that. They will never do that. We've already seen him in Picard, and he was exactly how he was in TNG because it was a frame from TNG. So they can't. They won't. Don't worry. Shoveler, Mystery Man. Blue Kool-Aid and Sprite is a non-alcoholic Romulan ale. Blue Carousel, Vermouth, Sprite, and Lemon Hello is original gangsta Romulan ale. There you go. Hezraz. I have heard that through non-canon Romulan ale is strong, but has a very sweet taste. I don't know, like so sweet it's like biting into a lemon. Okay. Donnie says, speaking of the Orville, I hope Disney's 20th would release its 3rd season on physical home media, especially for those who can't afford Hulu. It will. It'll be available on physical media. Absolutely it will be. Hezraz, one non-canon source says that Romulan ale to brag that the Romulans just drink Romulan ale to brag that they can. Macho, LOL. Fleetpaw says, no, Picard established that Worf still looked the TMP, TNG, DS9, Voyager, era Klingons. Yes. Cheveler, Buenos Aires, Evan, K. Paso. Brian Kesterson, trivia question, TOS or JJ? How did Dr. McCoy get the nickname Bones? Well, we never found out in TOS, but in JJ, it's his wife left him and took everything. All he's got left is his bones. Richard puts in $20. Thank you so much, Richard. Since tomorrow's your anniversary, will you have your Horgon on display as to actively seek Jahamajaran? Yeah, I'm going to put a bunch of them outside of the hotel room. Any of the ladies are welcome to come in. And, I'm sure Sylvia would be fine with that as well. So, sure. Feed Me Seymour. Someone's doing the Uhura Desert Dance in the hotel tomorrow. But I have a feeling it will be Foley doing the dance. Ooh, there you go. Maybe I'll do that. And it might turn on the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Sylvia might love that. Hezraz, I finally found my Way of Kulinar RPG book. That was good. It cost like $40 around 7 years ago. Shoveler says, Captain Foley, are you going to 55-year mission, and not this year, no. Hezraz, out of print, had to use it, buy it used. Olivia says that she's an icon. Yes. Matt's snortastic because talking about my pug who snored at the proper time when we're talking about pets. Hezraz, I just bought it for info, not playing the RPG game. Yeah, I do the same thing with those books. Buy it for the cool stuff, but not for the game. Yeah, Captain got the fish. Fleet Paw says, I'm not praying to you, Olivia. Olivia says, I'm a puggy girl in a puggy world. It's fantastic. I snore Scholastic. ST Scout guy. Sorry I am late. I was playing Star Trek Legacy. Well, it's a good reason to be late, so you're forgiven. Matthew Coate. Barbie girl wants their link back, their line back. Kevin Scott says, I've got tons of Star Trek books from the 70s and 80s. My favorites are the Star Trek Reader hardback books. What's your favorite early Star Trek book? The Star Trek Compendium is great. And the Star Trek Spaceflight Chronology is fucking fantastic. So yeah, Spaceflight Chronology I think would be the one. I got mine signed by Rick Sternbach, who did all the art in that one. So Trailer Park Davida, good reason to be late. Exactly. Matthew Coates said, I meant that in a very nice way, no disrespect. Oh, okay. Don't worry, man. No disrespect was implied or inferred. Inferred. You imply, I infer. That's how that works. Jeffrey Klein. You will never sing that song again in my presence, Captain. My sister tortured me and my best friend for a year. My freshman year of high school, and I was forced to ride with her to school in her car. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. It's fantastic. Anyway, sorry. Matthew Boardman. Yeah, I was considering going, but I'll have my kids next weekend, so it wasn't to be. Matt, we got to meet up sometime. We got to hit a convention together at some point. The Darth Eddy, the commencement address was in 2064, which I thought was a little funny considering 11 years after a nuclear war was a weird time to be having a graduating class at Princeton University. Life has to go on, man. Rude Chef, Bridge Crew has a big graphics jump from my PS4 to my PC, and I'm running a lower end graphics card. I can't wait to try it on the PS5. Bridge Crew doesn't work anymore. They took the servers down because Ubisoft doesn't have license anymore, so you can't even play the single player campaign. And I never fucking tried it in the PS5. I should have. I never did. Maybe they'll fix it. Maybe they'll do a patch or something. I don't know, but Mark Lawrence, I can't really make it to that place this weekend either. Well, I'm glad you can't make it, Mark, because if you could make it, I'd be so mad. Matthew says, I love all my fellow nerds. Dominus Pegas, I wish you would try to play Sins of the Solar Empire with the Star Trek Armada 3 mod. I would love for you and the commander to critique it. Samuel helped me install that, and it does not feel like Armada. The gameplay is fucking garbage. I can't get used to the controls. I never played Sins of the Solar Empire. Never learned how to play it. But yeah, the ships look great. Yeah, it's not installed on my computer anymore. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it. Samuel loves the game, so there's that. But I would love to play that game on a live stream. I think that'd be really fun. I just wish I knew the controls because it's not Armada, unfortunately. Armada 2 was great. I could play Armada 2 all damn day. I just could not get the controls down for Sins of the Solar Empire. Squadron Course, you should have a contest. Who can come up with the best Romulan ale recipe? Hey, and we should try them all on air. There you go. That's a good one. Good idea. Craig Olbert, hey Cap, a few other YouTubers I watch have mentioned you streaming. The streaming has hurt their metrics and made a new channel dedicated to streaming. Have you all noticed any drawbacks from streaming? No, but our channel's never really been pushed for subs or whatever. I don't want to do a whole other channel for live streaming. I think that's stupid, beyond stupid. So no. But does it hurt the channel? Probably. Do we care? Not really. We like the community we have. We want to keep doing these. And to be forced to make another channel or move your content onto another channel after you've done a live stream, I think is silly. Sure, it really adds to the content to have all these lives that people are like, I don't want to watch a 2 hour live, so I'm not going to watch their videos. Whatever. Like, we still release our regular episodes on Saturday, so whatever. It probably does hurt the metrics. I've never understood YouTube metrics, and I don't like sucking their dick to get views or to get subscribers. I'll do what I want to do, and if it means it's going to take us an extra 5 years to get to 100,000 instead of a year and a half, we're going to slug it out for 5 years. That's just how it's going to be. So I don't like them saying, well, the algorithm likes this, the algorithm likes that. You got to do this, you got to do that. It's like, okay, well, I don't want to, so I'll just make the content I want to make. The people that are going to watch it are going to watch it, and it'll grow organically on its own. So I don't know. I don't know. War God 6. Romulan ale is probably made from a certain blueberry that creates alcohol from its sugar content. Sea Scout Guy says the new Suicide Squad is out. Cool, I didn't know that. Terry Farley, hope Romulan ale isn't sweet. Hate those sugar pop alcoholic drinks. Hezraz, in their update of World War III, most of the nukes blew up in Asia and Africa, so South America and Europe had some nukes, but all the horror was in Asia. Yes, absolutely. Feed Me Seymour. They should bring back Neelix as a Star Trek cooking show. Each week, the teams have to recreate a Neelix special. That's fantastic. I actually have the Neelix cookbook in the other room. I had 2 of them, and I actually gave one away to somebody that was a viewer of the channel here. So, yeah, I mean, I'd like to try some of the stuff in it, but I've got so many recipes saved that I'll never actually make, unfortunately. So, Ian Entwistle. Hi, Captain. Are you interested in an upcoming Dune movie? Yes, I am. I am indeed. Matthew Coate. I honestly imagine Romulan ale would taste like 151 or something. Just something completely off the chart. Kestrel 1980. If you had your homemade Romulan ale after I'd take a sip, I would say it's a fake. That's good. That's good. I never would have thought of that. We use it all the time. It's a fake thing. So I think all new Star Trek, like Picard and Discovery, you know how they have the roaring lion at the beginning of like, I forget which movie company it is, but the roaring lion or the lady with the thing, it should just be that guy, Admiral Vreenak, I think, or Ambassador Vreenak, whoever, with the vial saying, it's a fake. And then Star Trek Discovery. Do the fan dance. Do the fan dance. No, I'm not going to do the fan dance. Brian says, trivia question. What was the name of the first Constitution class starship? The Constitution. The USS Constitution? NCC 1700. Matthew Coate. Okay, trivia question. Name the actress for the original Orion Slave Girl. So, the other character's name is Vina, and it's Susan Oliver. Susan Oliver. Took me a second. Rude Chef. I'm old and need to go to bed. 4:30 comes quickly. Later. See you later, man. See you on Saturday. He has a barbecue. We're going to his barbecue on Saturday. Hezraz. As the timeline moves further up to First Contact, they have to retcon. If the nuclear horror was still on during First Contact, it makes sense that Vulcans were freaked by humans. Feed Me Seymour. Come on, Barbie. Let's go party. Head song madness. We could all sing A La Moraine. Nah, it's not catchy enough. T. Louise Allen. I was going to be in Vegas, but I bought a motorhome to renovate instead. Terry Farley, 54 likes already. 54 likes, really? Bump this shit up. Let's see, we have 53 people with 54 likes. That's pretty good. Hit the like button if you haven't, though, by all means. Joshua Farrow, who have you seen at Star Trek convention? Oh, we've seen so many people. So many people. Hung out with what the hell is his name? Vic Mignogna, Rick Sternbach. We got to meet Jason Isaacs, Anthony Rapp, Doug Jones, the rest of the bridge crew of Discovery, except for Detmer because she was a stupid bitch. Um, got to meet Tilly, Mary Wiseman. So many over the years. I have so many signed pictures. John Delancey, Brett Spiner, Jonathan Frakes. A lot of them. All of them. Damn it. Good question. Jeffrey Klein, blah, blah. Captain, my sister willfully recorded Barbie's song over and over on both sides of a cassette tape. It was awful. I hate that song. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Sorry. AC Costello, hiya, Captain. Has Fleetyards done a review of the Firefly bulk carrier ship? No. I don't even think we've done a mission briefing on it. Daniel Grievous, $2. Love you, Jeffrey. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Dominus Pegasus. Sins of the Solar Empire game sucks, but the mod is amazing. Yes, the mod is amazing, but the controls are fucking awful. Brian Kesterson, trivia question. Cap, can you name at least 4 of the 13 Constitution-class ships that have been destroyed in the Prime timeline? The Excalibur, the Potemkin, the Hood, the Constitution... No, the Constellation... No, the Constellation... What was the Constellation one? I think maybe. They were all destroyed, except for the Enterprise. The Enterprise is the only one that made it back from that round of 5-year missions, and that's why they adopted the Delta, the Enterprise's Delta, as the Federation symbol or the Starfleet symbol. So yeah, the Potemkin, the Hood, the Excalibur, the there's so many. The Constellation, yeah, the Constellation was destroyed in Doomsday Machine, absolutely. So yeah, there's 4. Thumbs up for different ramen ale recipes test, you and Sam. That'd be funny. That's one we should do together though. Next time we get together, I think that'd be a fun live to do. Mix drinks and try them. The Darth Eddie. I was watching a YouTube video on the V franchise, and I'd still love to see a Trekyards analysis of the visitor ships. Those are some of the coolest sci-fi spaceships in the past 40 years. Yeah, it's something that would be a thing for Fleetyards, absolutely. Sorry, my sciatica is really kicking up tonight. So sitting on my legs feels more comfortable. Hezraz, if the Vulcans helped humans with radiation from the nuclear horrors in the 2080s, it makes sense they didn't think they were ready for Archer's time. I hadn't even been 100 years. Yes, this is true. Matthew Colt, Sins of the Solar Empire is bad. Try Galactic Civilizations 3. Olivia Julius, we like your content. I'm the 3rd most popular worker here under Samuel and way over Fleetpaw. Moving on. Philip Cumby says, I'm a bit behind too, but it was Captain Janeway for the officer. Kess and the doctor finished the mission. It was probably an answer to a trivia question I missed. That would be my guess. Hezrez, I believe in the end, all this greed is going to screw companies over. If no one has money, no one can buy your shit. LOL, stupid corporations. Stupid Flanders. Richard says, trivia question. How many times in total has Riker risen his leg to swing it over a chair before he sits? Fuck, I don't know. It's not done yet because there's still Riker and like lower decks and stuff, so who knows? Well over 400,000. It's over 9,000. AC Costello, $2. It's logical, Captain. The good of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. Squadron Course, I saw the new PSVR is higher res and has OLED displays, but still uses Fresnel lenses. So we'll have God rays. Yeah, it's 2020 something resolution by whatever per eye. Plus, it's also got a wider field of view. I'm super fucking excited for it because I love VR, and that's one of the biggest complaints I have with the PlayStation's VR is that it's not a good resolution. Like it really isn't. But you don't really think about that when you're in the middle of a game per se. So I'm looking forward to the new one. Gonna be out in 2022. I'll be getting it right away. I really want to try out some of the new VR stuff. I just love VR games. So they gotta bring Bridge Crew back. I miss it already. God damn it. And I don't know what God rays are. So Jeffrey Klein, Barbie song is the worst for me. I'll take Barbie Shark or Baby Shark over Barbie song any day. Hezraz, or as the Navarians like to say, the needs of the few sometimes outweigh the needs of the many. Fleet Paw Swiftback, the Roaring Liners MGM, the Lady with the Torches, Columbia TriStar. Yeah, and then TriStar before Columbia bought it. TriStar was the Pegasus. I'm going to skip a few because I'm kind of behind here. So, got Matt Barbin saying, barbecue. Terry Farley, oh, shizzle, Susan Oliver was gorgeous. Donnie Pearson, Disney's got a castle. It's the 20th Century Studios, has his searchlights. Matthew Coate, what is the best soliloquy given by an actor on Star Trek? I don't know. That's an impossible question. And Matt Boardman just sent me an example of God rays. I'll have to check that link out later, Matt. And I don't really care for blondes. What? Why are we talking about blondes now? What kind of motorhome? I'm looking to get one myself. What? Tell the Detmer story. What happened? Oh, she's a fucking... all right, so we went up and talked to everybody else. Everybody was super nice. The lady that paid to watch it come, beautiful, wonderful human being. Just a pleasure to be around. Jason Isaacs, big time actor. You think he's going to be a complete asshole like Lorca? The nicest fucking guy you'd ever want to meet. Anthony Rapp. I hit on him essentially by mistake. Handed him my room key instead of my business card, and he's like, "Ooh, Captain Foley," because he watches Trekyards. He knows who I am. So anyway, Bryce Reese, the other bridge actors, all fucking great. Detmer bitch, nobody was standing in her line. She had a person standing behind her at the thing, and we go up and we're like, "Hey, do you have a minute to talk? We might want to do a small little interview with you or whatever." And the other person is, "I'm her manager, and no, we can't do that." And Detmer was she just wasn't interested. She was just a super fucking bitch. Everybody else was so friendly, so warm, so welcoming. Doug Jones, everybody was just fucking great. And Detmer was just, she thinks she's too good for everybody else. I think that's one of the reasons that they had that she hit her head plot in season 3, which went nowhere. She's one of those actresses that is like, "I'm better than this. Manager, I want you to help make sure I have more lines. I'm better than these people." So like, oh, for fuck's sake, give her more lines. We'll give her 5 more lines. All right, cool. Like, she's one of those, and I just can't fucking stand her. I have some interesting Star Trek actor stories, but I would just get so far behind in the chat if I started going through them. So, moving on. Did you all meet Mary Shifo too, Laurel? Yes, Mary Shifo, fantastic. She had her little dog with her. She has like a little, it's like a miniature poodle thing. It's fucking cute as hell. She's also super nice. And Admiral Cornwall, that actress. Again, you'd think she'd be a hardcore bitch. She's the nicest fucking person. Her and Mary Shifo were sitting beside each other, and we sat there and talked to them for 20 minutes. They were the nicest people. And, you don't have to be a cunt. And this goes for men and women. You don't have to be a cunt or a twat waffle when you're famous. Just be nice. Sure, you might be having a bad day. I get that. But fuck me. You can tell when people are having a bad day or when they're just an asshole. And I just can't stand some people. So, yeah, that's the story there. Mark Lawrence, though, $5, almost got to really know Anthony F. Anthony Rapp. Yeah, yeah. There's Mark talking about the. Here's. Okay, I had my business cards in my front pocket all day, the Trekyards ones, because I handed them out to people. People recognized this. It was great. And I also had my room key. And I made a solid point when I was reaching in to grab the business card to present to people, you know. So go up to Anthony Rapp, and I like Anthony Rapp. I think he's great. I think his character Stamets is fantastic. And we knew that he had watched us on season 1 because when Samuel met him in Birmingham the year before, he had said, "Hey, I know Trekyards. I've watched some of your. I like to watch your speculation videos to see what's going to happen the following week, and I get a real laugh out of them because you have some really great ideas, but they're all wrong." And it's like, great. So he's aware of Trekyards. So this was my chance to finally meet him for the first time. So I go up and I reach in and hand my business card, and it's the fucking room key. And he looks at it and he's like, "Oh, Captain Foley." And I'm like, "Sorry, business card." And yeah, we had a nice chat. It was great. But yeah, it's fucking great first impression. And I still talk to Anthony Rapp on a regular basis on Twitter and stuff. So we private message back and forth a lot. So he is aware of who we are. He does like us. It's pretty great, actually. So Matthew Coate, can't believe you got Susan Oliver correct. Ha! I am the captain for a reason. Kevin Scott says, now I'm thinking of Spock singing the Hobbit song. Bilbo Baggins. Hezraz, you know who should make an appearance in Picard and Lower Decks? Saavik. That would be fun, but second Saavik, not Kirstie Alley Saavik. Maybe even a mention in Discovery. So Robin Curtis, you want? Yeah, Robin Curtis was at. She's been at a lot of conventions lately. She was at Birmingham, and she was at Vegas, I believe, in 2019. And she had the full monster maroon on. They did her hair, her makeup, her eyebrows, her ears. She's all about Saavik. So yeah. Matthew says, Mark, is that a hookup thing? If so, way to go. I don't know what you're talking about. First Saavik was my favorite, but then shit recently got really weird in my life, and now I like second Saavik. Okay. Still inspired by your TOS, Miranda, says Clearinvald. Well, thank you. I don't know what you're referring to specifically. Matt Boardman, at the 2019 Star Trek Las Vegas, I met up with some of the guys from Aximonitor. We bought a biscuit due to a story. We bought a biscuit due to a story told about Alec Peters and a biscuit. And we got Where You Wise went to take a picture with it. Matt, you were there in 2019, and so were we, and god damn it, you didn't say hi. Kevin Scott, the guy who wrote the happy song for The Walking Dead, didn't know it would be used as audio torture. Keeping me up podcast. When Cameron was in Egypt's land, let my Cameron go. Matt Boardman, she also signed a picture with Long Live the Biscuit. Oof, funny. Matt Boardman, God rays are the rays of light you see breaking through the clouds. I call them Jesus beams. They're not God rays. So I know what they are now, but I call them Jesus beams. So if you would have said Jesus beams, I would have known. I guess it's a regional thing. I don't know. God rays or something. Yeah. I don't get those on the PSVR, so I don't know why somebody would say that about that. Trivia question, not Star Trek related. B9 robot, Lost in Space, TOS, or Robbie the Robot, Forbidden Planet, which was smarter? Robbie the Robot? Is there a metric to measure that? I don't know. I really like Robbie the Robot. The B9 robot's all right, but... yes, but in VR it is slightly different meaning. Okay, see. All right. Terry Farley, Susan Oliver was a blonde. Matthew Coate, VR really needs peripheral vision. If you're playing like a racing sim, you want to be able to look right through the side of your I don't know face. Well, if you want to look to the side in a racing game or like a fighter pilot simulation, like Ace Combat 7, you turn your head. I get that more peripheral would be great, and yes, they have expanded the peripheral on a new PlayStation VR apparently. So I'm looking forward to that. But it's not really a necessity, but it would make it seem more immersive for sure. LOL, room key to rap. Cool dude. TriStar was part of the Sony movies with first Rambo. Squadra Core says, I'm still using the Pimax 5K Plus. It's not as clear as the newer headsets like HP Reverb G2, but it has a wide field of view that I just love. Brian throws another trivia question. What was the single largest multi-mission combat-equipped starship ever constructed by Starfleet? The single largest multi-mission combat-equipped... That would be the Galaxy class. I'm still going to take a drink. Hezraz, it was funny when a side character actor thinks that they're huge and act like it. The main characters are the sweetest. I knew an actor once. Apparently, it was an amateur circle. They've allowed divas. Yeah, I mean, even Anson Mount, who we met in Birmingham, was a fantastically nice guy. We told him about Trekyards, and he's like, "Hey, you got a podcast?" We're like, "That's not a podcast. It's a web series, but whatever." And he's like, "Hey, I have a podcast too." And he gives us this card for his podcast, which is called The Well, if you guys want to look it up. So he was actually great. He seemed very standoffish at first, but opened right up. And of course, LeVar Burton, Brent Spiner, they were all fucking fantastic as well. We had good conversations with them. So, yeah. People are too self-important sometimes, and they're always like people that don't deserve it, you know? The Darth Eddie. I got to meet and get 2 autographs from James Doohan while he was still alive and making conventions appearances, and it's always going to be one of the blessings in my life. He was a great guy. I met him at one of the Toronto treks back in the 90s and got him to sign my technical manual. So my TOS technical manual is signed by James Doohan, so Scotty has signed my technical manual. Hezraz. Can only do diva for a bit till it gets cold. I guess some famous people are allowed to be extra, but that is a few, like Mariah Carey. But if you ain't no superior, you ain't no diva. Matthew Coate. And all it cost was the life of one Romulan senator, one criminal, and the self-respect of one Starfleet officer. I don't know about you, but I'd call that a bargain. And I can live with it. I can live with it. Computer, delete that entire personal log. General Grievous, $2. Captain Foley, oh my. Agrees that is a great story. Hezraz, and in mature circles, they think divas get far. Odd considering those divas are still acting in the theater and 20 years later. Of course, there are a select few, but it catches up to most. Matt Boardman, yep, Robin Curtis was at Star Trek 2019, Star Trek Las Vegas. She talked about her career and life and then did a reprise of Savick on stage there. Yes, and I saw that. And so did you, but you didn't say hi to us. Did you not know who Trekyards was at the time? Is that the problem? Curses to you, Matthew Boardman. Just kidding. Just kidding. Love you. Squadra Course, I can't wait to get the Cerebus model from Samuel so I can see it in Unreal and see if it's full size. See it full size in VR. Ooh. Matt Boardman. Ha ha ha. Captain Finger of Doom. I didn't know you guys as well back then, or I would have. Bastard. Did you even see us? Did you see us walking by and be like... It's funny because a lot of people were like, hey, Trekyards, or hey, Captain Foley, or hey, Commander Goggins. And other ones, you would see them walking towards you, and there's that look of recognition on their face. And they're like, either like, who, why do they look familiar? Or there's the odd one was like, They'd see you, it'd register, and they'd be like to the person beside them, but they would never come and say hi. They would just keep walking. By all means, if you see us at a convention or something, come say hi. We don't want you to be like, I don't want to bother them. I get that because I'm the same way because I'm Canadian. I don't want to bother people. And famous people do get annoyed with people coming up to them, but I'm not. I don't consider myself famous. So anybody coming up to me saying, "Hey, I love Trekyards," I'm like, "Ah, I love you too." So by all means, come and say hi. Matthew Coate, Anthony Rapp, you should try to take your shot. To be fair, hey, got a bit of a man crush on Anthony Rapp. Gotta say, and it's funny because there was a picture of him when he was a teenager and a picture of me when I was a teenager, and we look like fucking identical twins. So I sent it to him. I sent him this picture of me, and I'm like, so somebody said that I look like you. What do you think? And he's like, yeah, I can absolutely see that. So there you go. I must be narcissistic because I think he's, it is what it is. Squadron Course, I wish I'd gone for in 2019. Almost did, but not a good deal on some servers that I couldn't pass up. Oh, but got a good deal. Gotcha. AC Costello, I'm literally listening while I shave myself. That sounds very dirty. Usually when someone is shaving their face, they're like, while I shave. When they say, while I'm shaving myself, it's their balls. Just saying. Just saying. Keeping Me Up podcast. I'm going to Star Trek Las Vegas next week. I'll give Detmer your regards. Oh, please do. Just say, Captain Foley from Trekyards thinks you're a fucking cunt waffle. Wow, that might be too rude. Horse humping, cock juggling, thundercunt? No, that might be too rude as well. Squadron Course. The old PSVR has aspheric lenses which don't have God rays, but the new PSVR has Fresnel lenses which do have God. I don't know what the fuck that means, so thank you, but they're going to be better, I hope. Kevin Scott. I have the Barbie Captain and Yeoman Round. Yeah, I have that too. Brian actually sent it to me. Brian Custerson, who's the next comment. Yes, Cap, it was B9, according to B9. LOL. Seriously, what are God rays? Terry says, I have social anxiety in crowds, so I seem standoffish. I hear ya. Social anxiety is a thing, and I suffer from it as well. And it's funny because before Trekyards, somebody would like stare at me or something in a store, like have that look of like, who the fuck are you? Like, and I'd be like, what the fuck are you looking at? Like, I get really mad. Now it's like, if somebody's staring at me out in public, it's like, do they know me from Trekyards? So I can't be like, the fuck are you looking at? I'm just like, maybe they know me from Trekyards. Because there's been a few people that have come up to me and said, hey, Captain Foley. I've been walking through the Canadian Tire parking lot, like a couple blocks from my house, and it's like, are you the guy from Trekyards? And I'm like, yes. And walk up to the truck and talk to him for a minute. It happens sometimes, right? And so, yeah, I can't do that anymore. I can't be like, what the fuck are you looking at? I still get mad at people in my head, but just say hi. Just don't stare, I was going somewhere else with that thought, but I lost it. Like the light streaks and sun rays through the trees. The VR headsets, they use Fresnel lenses to save weight and cost, but those cause a similar effect on dark backgrounds. I don't care. Fleet Pass says, so you know how on a cloudy day the sun breaks through the clouds and puts sunbeams all over? Those are God rays. No, they're Jesus beams. Keeping Me Up podcast. Brent Spiner used to be a dick to the fans. Then some of the actors are young. They think they're going to be megastars and can act like shit. Then age and reality slaps them back, like Spiner and eventually Detmer. Yeah. Garrett Wang was the same way. Garrett Wang didn't even like his character. He almost got fired from Voyager. Now he's the nicest fucking guy you'd ever want. He'll sit there and talk to you for hours. He knows who me and Samuel are. We even met Nog, Alex, what's his name? One that just passed away. We met Nog at Vegas, and he knows Samuel quite well. And I'm like, hi, I'm Captain Foley. I'm the other half of Trekyards. He's like, Trekyards? So you know that Commander Cockings guy? I'm like, yeah. So I handed him my business card, and he's like, yeah, that guy's an asshole. Samuel's like just right over here. But yeah, then we just all chatted for a while. It was great. So, oh, so it's like light bloom and it comes in the headset. Yes. Matthew Coate. Okay, I do understand now. Thank you very much for your explanation. Good. Terry Farley. Nothing wrong with the theater work. Some prefer it to camera work. Yeah, absolutely. It's the live audience energy, right? Spiked Psycho. Great name. How big are the 32nd century ships in Discovery? Well, we actually have a video coming out on Saturday about the 32nd century ships. We do have some sizes for some of them, but they are fairly big. I mean, they're not all big, though. There's different sizes for sure. So I honestly can't answer the question. It depends on the ship. We've done some reviews of Voyager J, the Disco Prize, of course, where we do comparison size charts. So I would say check those out because I honestly don't remember. Hezraz. I would be standoffish in some settings, but once I get comfortable, I'm a social butterfly. I think some actors are just introverted, and once they get comfortable, they show themselves. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. Like I said, I have social anxiety. I really do. But when I'm walking through, like, Trek Vegas, and every fifth person is like, hey, Captain Foley, or hey, I love Trekyards, or can I get a picture with you, or whatever, it's like, oh, it makes you feel good. It's like, yeah. So the social anxiety just bleeds away. It's really an interesting phenomenon. But yeah, so that's where I was going with that other story, I think. Fleetpaw says the most famous person I met at a con was Doug Walker. Ah, the nostalgia critic. Donnie Pearson, the day before Lower Deck season with Who premieres, the 55-year Mish tour in Las Vegas. Hezraz, you never know. I'm extroverted introvert, as am I. I can force myself to be extroverted, and it shocks people when they find out I'm shy and introvert. So some actors may be secretly be introverts. Yeah, that's described me to a T, an extroverted introvert. Hold on one second. I think the Chihuahua's at the door. Dot. No. She went back downstairs. She was there for a minute, though, I think. So yeah, that describes me to a T. Doesn't mean you have to be an asshole, though. Trivia question. What was Deanna Troy's older sister's name? Oh, shit. I can't fucking remember. We talked about this when they went in Picard season 1, where they went and visited Riker and Troy. And the kid's name... It was the same or wasn't the same as the sister. I can't fucking remember anymore. Anyway, but yeah, I can't remember. Good question, Brian. Good question. Squadron Chorus, as disappointed as I am with the story for Discovery, I do like most of the actors. Yeah, I totally agree with that. The Darth Eddie, Enterprise marks its 20th anniversary next month. Do you and Samuel have any plans to commemorate the anniversary of the series? No. But maybe we will now. I don't know. I was going to ask, why are you shaving yourself? General Grievous, biggest Comic Con for 2014 regret. It was my only Comic Con, and my sister and I were 8 feet away from Brent Spiner and chickened out and saying hi. One thing about Brent Spiner, he does not do handshakes. He does fist bumps. This was even before COVID. So he's a fist bump kind of guy. And LeVar Burton has also adopted that because of it. So I shake a lot of people's hands when I meet them. But yeah, he's definitely a fist bump guy. So Hezraz, imagine if the Detmer actress is watching right now. All right. I don't know your fucking name as an actress because I don't care. But don't be a bitch. The fans want to get to know you. They want to like you. So just don't be who you are. You're an actress. Pretend you're nice. There you go. That's my advice to you if you're watching Detmer. Squadron Course. Fresnel lenses are thin, flat ones and have concentric rings cut into them. Cool. Hezraz, I did sales and journalism. journalism school. So I had to learn to be extroverted, but it takes time. I am learning to just not care what others think. Yeah, and it depends on my mood too. Sometimes I'm like easily be like outgoing, and other times it's a real battle because I just, as much as I'm supposed to be in that mood, and I'm at a convention, like London Comic Con when they have the table in the captain's chair. A lot of times people, you're on all day you're on, and then somebody comes at the dip in the afternoon at 3 o'clock when your energy level just goes, and you've just been pretending all day that you're in a fucking great mood, and they come by and they want to talk to you, and it's like, but still, don't be an asshole, because this is the first time. It's their first time meeting you. They're going to hold that, and they're going to remember that. And same with that Detmer bitch. She might have just been having a bad day or an off moment, but the fact she had a fucking manager and no one else did was a red flag. Brian says, what was McCoy's most famous funny statement to Spock post TOS? That's subjective, isn't it? That green-blooded son of a bitch. It's his revenge for all those arguments he lost. But that's not too Spock. So I don't know, Brian. Aaron Eisenberg, thank you. That's the name. Thank you. Terry Farley, I'll do a what's up chin up sometime to see a famous person. By the way, it still hurts thinking about Nog. Love that guy. I know, he was fantastic. David G. Sound. First, no, you're not. Ezra's, I wasn't meaning to diss theater work. I just meant that if you're a theater actor in a small place in Canada, don't act like a diva. British theater actors are amazing. Love theater. If he hates it if you call him Commander Cockings. He's a cock, damn it, cock, and proud of it. Okay. Matthew Cole, SC, rest in peace, Aaron, a great actor taken before his time. Yeah. I gave up on the answer, but you didn't have to hide the map. But yeah, Kestra, that's the name. That's the name. Thank you. Shannon Nash is like, didn't know the rules. Now I do. All good. It's in the pinned chat. It does say that, but yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Just a lot of times when I'm looking at the screen, it'll pop up when I'm trying to think of the answer, and I don't want to be like, oh yeah, it's that, when I didn't actually remember it. So that's why that rule's been implemented. I mean, it makes sense, right? AC Castillo, Captain, thank you and the Commander for all you do. Some days are harder than others, but when you post content, it helps me cope with the day-to-day. You do more good than you can imagine. Much love. Well, thank you. I really appreciate hearing things like that. It makes me feel good that I help other people, so. Frakes is also a fist bumper. Yes, he is. T-Berg Sci-Fi Tech. Good evening, Cap. Okay, I won't be a beach. I'll be a maple princess. Okay. Bill says the S in Fresnel is silent. I know, that's why I was saying Fresnel the whole time. God damn it. Darth Eddie. There's one sci-fi fantasy actor who can get away with being grouchy and distant, Harrison Ford. And he's that way with most of his roles he's played, so he's an equal opportunity grouch. Okay. I like Harrison Ford. I love his acting. I love his characters. He looks exactly like my dad. Both young Harrison Ford and old Harrison Ford. He's my dad. He looks exactly like my fucking dad. So I like Harrison Ford, but at the same time, I hate Harrison Ford because he has no respect for Star Wars. He has no respect for Han Solo. He has no respect for the character that made him famous and made him a household name. Indiana Jones obviously did as well. Yes, American Graffiti got him into the game kind of thing. But Star Wars was the one that made Indiana Jones possible, in my mind. and it's the one he's most known for. And so for him to show such disrespect to the character and people that are Star Wars fans really fucking pisses me off. It grinds my gears. So I love Harrison Ford, but he doesn't have to be such a grouchy asshole either. You know what I mean? Like, especially about Star Wars fans or Han Solo. Like, don't be an asshole. Fleetpaw. I sincerely doubt Emily Coots. Her name is Coots. It's Coots. Detmer is watching. Unfortunately, she doesn't seem like she would spend hours watching us on YouTube. No. But if any of the bridge crew are watching, because I know they do, there you go. General Grievous, another fellow introvert. Unite! No, but seriously, forcing myself to be extroverted, I don't know if it's the same for you, but it drains me of energy and I have to take time to, oh, fuck yeah. The end of a convention day, I am just burned out. And it's not from walking around. Like, when I come here and I talk, and I talk with Samuel on the lives, or I do a show for Trekyards, I don't put on a persona. I'm not, hi, I'm Captain Foley, how are you doing? Uh, I'm suave and debonair and awesome. No, I just be me. Captain Foley is me. The Captain Foley that you hear all the time is me. I don't have to be putting on a persona. So when I say that I'm on, it's not that I'm acting. It's that I'm trying to be upbeat and trying to be the best version of Captain Foley for people that are just meeting me for the first time. So at a convention, that's very tiring and very exhausting. So I'm just being me, but the best me, the best me in a good mood. And it doesn't always work. Sometimes I am a little bit grouchy. I'm a little bit snippy with people, or I kind of, and I shouldn't be. So I'm aware of the fact, but yeah, I know what you mean. T-Big Sci-Fi fan, make notes, check. When building Spaceballs 2, don't crew it with assholes. I'm surrounded by assholes. I'm not trying to be an a-hole, it just comes naturally. Hezraz, true, being an introvert doesn't excuse being an asshole. I can come off as standoffish, but I always try to be nice. Yes, yes. T-Bird Sci-Fi Tech, you can be an a-hole, just don't develop too much gravity, otherwise you turn into a black hole. Keeping it up, keeping me up, keeping it up podcast. Wow, that sounds like a porn show. Keeping me up podcast says Wilson Cruz is another dick to the fans. Oh, not the fans he likes, but if he looks at you and judges you not to be worthy, then he can be combative, mean, and dismissive. He is what he claims to hate. Wow. Brian Kesterson, what was McCoy's most famous, funny statement to Spock post-TOS? Are you out of your Vulcan mind? Aaron Eisenberg plus Jake, Dominion War is such and such equals damn good DS9. Hezraz, if someone takes it the wrong way, I do try to explain that I'm not being an asshole, but some people just take it personally and try to fight. Yep. The Trek Reviewer, what do you think of the Playmates toys reacquiring the license to Star Trek, and do you think they will make figures of the same scale as the styles of the 90s figures? I don't care if they're the same scale. I don't care if they're the same style. I actually want them to be a better style. Like, the style was fine for the time, but this is not the fucking 90s anymore. Like, you got laser scanning capabilities, like, make them more accurate. The size is fine for me, honestly. So that the size is fine. And I'm super happy that they're coming back. Playmates did some fantastic stuff, especially with the ships. So, yes, please. I want Discovery figures. People are like, why do you want Discovery figures? I want a Tilly figure on my desk. Are you kidding? And not for the perverted way, just because I like the character. I'd have a Tilly, I'd have a Stamets, I'd have a Lorca, probably a Saru, an Awashikam, I would have her, Pike. I mean, there's a lot of characters that I like the character, I like the actor, I'm going to get their figure. But maybe I'll get a Detmer one and like destroy it on a live or something. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm happy that they have the rights back. So, Hezraz, everyone is an asshole at times, but it would be being an asshole is different than being a dick. Because assholes, how's the line go from Team America World Police? Pussies don't like dicks because pussies get fucked by dicks. But dicks, or pussies, something about assholes. Because dicks also fuck assholes, Chuck. And pussies are only an inch and a half away from assholes. Anyway, it's a great speech. It's Team America, World Police. Look it up. It's fucking hilarious. It's on my MP3 player. It pops on occasionally when I'm listening. Hezraz, if someone is paying to see or talk to an actor, they are paying for a service. The actor may think that they are the shit, but it's called customer service. You're an actor, act. Yep. You were named after the dog? Hezraz, I once talked to someone about Harrison Ford, and she was from the States. I swear she had met him or something. She loathed him so much. Some vendetta there. T-Berg Sci-Fi Texas, you are the legit Captain Goddamn Foley. Damn the torpedoes. Bill says, next time you're at a convention and someone asks you if you're a Captain Foley, you should say no. Tell them you're cosplaying as Captain Foley and ask how they like your costume. That's fucking hilarious. That's really good. I like that. Matthew Coat. Okay, so I just got broken up with, so I guess I'm... What the fuck? Matthew, no. No. That's not good. No, I'm not happy for you. Oh my god. Why'd you tell me that? Welcome back. Sorry. Ozzy, what does junior mean? Well, yeah. Matthew Borman, sometimes a little rock and roll. Hezraz, she went on about him doing shady stuff in Hollywood. LOL. I was like, sorry for bringing it up. AC Castillo. Okay, on the desktop. Now I can talk. I haven't been out of the house beyond groceries since early 2020. Just got the second dose of the vaccine, and I am very nervous about going back into society. Yeah, I understand that too. Matthew, no worries. I'm definitely going to keep saying that to myself, but thank you. Honestly, I'm glad Playmate... Oh, sorry. Anyway, Donnie Pearson says, honestly, I'm glad Playmates Toys is returning to its Star Trek roots once again. Keeping Me Up podcast says, I'm going to buy you a Detmer action. I'm going to get like swamped with them. People are going to send them to me. I'll find different ways to kill them, destroy them. I had so many Star Trek figures back in the day, says Mark. I have a bunch. I sell all mine still. Yeah, no worries, man. It's all good. Mark says, live featuring the destruction of Detmer figures. The Trek Reviewer. There was a Pike figure in the 90s released of Star Trek figures. Yes, but not Ensign Mount. Matthew Coate. Going to get pretty drunk, though, so everything from my handle might get a little weird on here. Ozzy says, I have a lot of memories of that dog. Yeah, Matthew, I mean, you're probably entitled to get drunk, but still, don't be an asshole. Jan, I'll give a stupid question, but have you ever been to Vulcan, Alberta, to see the Enterprise statue? I have indeed. Yes, I did. We drove out to the Rocky Mountains like years ago, me and my ex, and yeah, we stopped at Vulcan, Alberta. It's really cool. Like, they got like Vulcan and, you know, different languages on the stand for the ship. It's pretty cool. And they got a little Live Long Prosper thing. Yeah, so if you haven't been to Vulcan, Alberta, man, what's wrong with you? Go. Hezraz, real life vendetta and action. LOL. Have action figures for actors you met. Real life stories reenacted. Matthew Coate, how much do you like the new Captain Pike? From what he said, I won't shy away from my duties, even if it comes to an outcome I didn't expect. I think the new Captain Pike is awesome. I think Ensign Mount does a fantastic job. Darth Eddie, did you see the Junkman's new video on Playmate Star Trek figures? It's pretty informative. I did indeed. AC Costello, Trekyards, what is your favorite piece of music from James Horner from the first Star Trek movies? Oh my god, I don't know. There's so much good stuff. I can't pick. I would have to listen to the soundtracks and be like, that one's probably it. And then wait and be like, no, that's it. So I can't answer that question. That's not even fair. Vulcan, Alberta owns it. Fleetpod says, because I can't get into Canada right now. That's why. Matthew Coate, Fleetpod, not until law enforcement shows up anyway. Kidding. You guys are having your own goddamn conversation on here. It's fine. Vulcan, Alberta, and the cells and engineering section need a bit more fleshing out, but it's still cool. Yeah, that's not very accurate, but it is what it is. I got a picture of me with it somewhere. Has put action figures in the microwave and live stream. I just stink. Don't do that. The Darth Eddie, still in the Enterprise, always thrills me and gets my blood going. Oh yes, great one. Brian says, trivia question. What was the name of the actor who played Ruck in the episode What Are Little Girls Made Of? Hint. He's also known for his characters in the Addams Family, fellow West Virginian. I don't know the actor's name, but yeah, I knew he was in the Addams Family. Played the butler guy. Can't remember his name either. God damn it. I don't know the actor's name, though. Sorry. Matthew Coate, you're very empathic. Thank you very much. I'm actually kidding. Okay. Squadron Course, one of my all-time favorite pieces of music is from any Star Trek is Sneak Attack from Wrath of Khan. I might be feeling that shot from Fleetpod from earlier. Goddamn. Fleetpod said, I saw that after I sent it. Hezraz, I kid. It was so stupid, it would probably get tons of views. Ted Cassidy. Okay. Fleetpod, decapitate a Detmer with a functional scale model of a guillotine. Oh, you can't kill somebody. People would take that the wrong way and be like, oh, he threatened her life. He's going to kill the actress. Like, no, I'm not. But shut up. Ozzy, are your borders open yet, Captain Foley? No, I think they're opening August 9th. Who knows? August 21st. Hopefully they do open because I do have plans to go to Chicago September 24th to October 4th. So I hope they open before then because I would like to go on this trip. If I can't, and with the breakouts you guys are having down in the States, who the fuck knows? You'll probably scare the government and they'll be like, ooh, keep the borders closed. You know, screw up my trip. So stop being stupid. Darth Eddie, Ted Cassidy has also narrated the opening of the Bill Bixby Hulk series. Ooh. Matthew says, still very nice, and I do appreciate it, but it's weird how you can have empathy on the internet with people you never fucking met, but you give me hope for the future. Hey, stop the swearing now. It's kind of what I do. Matthew says, that's why Star Trek exists. That's why an ideology of being better is going to continue on. Matt says, well, it got dark fast. Hezraz, and then you get the court order in the mail. Mark says, I think my favorite song from TMP is the Klingon theme. Lurch, that's the guy's name. Lurch is the guy's name from the Addams Family. Thank you. Feepaw, yeah, that escalated quickly, didn't it, Matt Boardman and Hezraz? Matthew says, do you know Harrison Ford is high as fuck in almost everything he does? Yeah, I do know that, actually. Hezra, sometimes you make a joke and 5 seconds later it's the darkest humor. Shit happens. The Trek Reviewer says, have you heard the Keith and Mike Entertainment? They are a YouTube channel that looks at the 90s line of Star Trek figures. Tilly is the Keiko O'Brien of Discovery. The fuck you just say? Trek Reviewer? What the fuck did you just say? I fucking despise Keiko O'Brien. But Tilly, don't mess with my Tilly, man. That's not cool. She's not even one iota as bad as Keiko O'Brien. So you stop it right now. Brian Kesterson, take a big magnifying glass and play phaser beam on Detmer. Fun for children of all ages. Fun for the whole family. The Darth Eddie, when you remember that TNG women aren't allowed on the Klingon High Council, must be because chancellors like L'Rell from Discovery and later Azet Boer from the Undiscovered Country must have been pretty radical. Well, Azet Boer only got the position as a result of her father passing away, and they had to fill that void really quick. So she was probably only there for a short time. It was probably one of the exceptions. But yeah, L'Rell, you screwing with the Klingons. Don't do that. Just leave the Klingons alone. Discovery, Alex Kurtzman, all you guys from Bad Robot or whatever the fuck. Just stop. Put down the franchise and back away. Matthew says, Captain Foley is the captain I want, not a captain I deserve. Oh my god. Hezraz, I love it too. That is probably why I go there so much. Fleetpaw, take that back. Check reviewer, you're going to send him off the deep end. Oh snap. I'm watching House of Quark right now. Hezraz, Tilly isn't Keiko. More lines, isn't just the wife, has some action, and you know, the guys like her. Well, most guys like her. A lot of people don't understand why I like Tilly, but Area 51, sweet Jesus! Keiko is a ballbuster. AC Costello, who is the coolest character in TNG? My vote is Guinan. Mine would probably be Data. Terry Farley, the grown-up lost daughter of Keiko and Miles. Wow, she was a cutie. Hashtag facts. Spock on. I call her Cake Hole O'Brien. Oh, yes. That's good. Mark, the Addams Family and Star Trek will always be intertwined. Lurch in the movies was played by Mr. Holm. That's true. Matthew Keiko complained so friggin' much. I'd be totally fine with O'Brien leaving her. Yeah. Matt Boardman, have you watched any of the Netflix series movies that made us? I just watched the one on Ghostbusters and I loved it. Yeah, I've watched all of them, Matt. They're fantastic. And the Toys That Made Us, obviously, as well. And there's another one, the Holiday Movies That Made Us, but there's only 2 episodes on that, which is really weird. So, Kevin Scott, 76, puts in $2. If I see you in Alabama, I promise I'll say hi. Thank you. I appreciate that, Kevin. Data. Ozzy says even Quark was on the High Klingon Council. The Trek reviewer, I'm not saying Tilly is as bad as Keiko O'Brien. I'm saying she is a way worse than Keiko. Well, I just want to like time you out or hide you, man. I'm just kidding. It's fine. Everybody's entitled to be wrong once in a while. Matthew says Boimler floaty head thing. Hezraz, yep, Keiko came off as a nag. Didn't she audition for Tasha Yar or something? She applied for some main character. Probably, yeah, but yeah. Her character wasn't represented well. She didn't come off as a strong, independent woman. She came off as a bitch. Just a naggy, whiny bitch. Mini Ontum 69. What's the Darmok race called? The Temerians. Love to see him as Starfleet captain as the whole time the crew has no idea what he's saying. They just do stuff. Yeah, they are the Temerians. The Darth Eddie. Keiko had only truly... Keiko had one truly standard episode on DS9, The Assignment, when a Pa Wraith possessed her body and let her behave in an evil manner. Matthew Coate says, what, you think Tilly is worse than Keiko? Yeah. Squadron Course, I don't. Trek reviewer does. Squadron Course, Guinan was very cool, kind of unflappable. T-Bird Sci-Fi Tech. Keiko was modeled on a stereotypical Asian wife like Klinger's. Yeah, because she was married to Klinger in MASH, so... Hezraz, many people on this channel love Tilly. Those are fighting words, obvious reasons, and non-obvious. Darth Eddie, the Temerians, also called the Children of Tam in their own language. I'm all caught up in the chat now, so I'm going to take a bit of a break. You guys are great. Cheers. Ooh, 66 likes, 51 people here. Guys, I want to get to 70 likes. Can we get 4 more likes? Oh, we just got 1 more, so we got 3 more likes now. Now it's 60. Now we're at 68. So there you go. Hit that like button, guys. You guys are really great. Awesome. Haven't had any more trivia that can stump me and get me drunk. But that's okay. What the hell's going on in my street? Get off my lawn. Get off me street. Call 911. Help. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Area 51. Was Keiko all right when she was in TNG? I think she was. Then she got into DS9. She cranked up for the attitude. TNG, she was all right, like 50% of the time. Brian Kesterson, trivia question. What actress or porn star played on an episode of TOS? What porn star episode of TOS? The only one that comes to mind that might be possible is the chick from a Private Little War, I think. The one with the Mugatu. And that's that witch bitch, the tears or whatever. I don't know. Her. She seems like she might be a porn star. I'm probably really insulting somebody. I don't know. When is the throwdown with Trek Reviewer? I don't care. Hezraz, I think that Keiko thing had to do with how she was written, not the actress. Oh yeah, the actress is fine, but... The Darth Eddie trivia question. What was the Voyager species Janeway made first contact with that communicated with hand gestures and jazz-like sweeping movements? Oh, those guys were great. I don't know what they were called, but it's hilarious. I don't know the answer. Matthew says she was so complaining. I know it's not really a word, but like just negative, and that's what people don't like. Why they don't like her. Kate Cole O'Brien. General Grievous trivia question: what famous Star Trek actor has been in 3 sci-fi series and a series regular in 2 of them? I mean, there's lots, man. Robert Picardo, Connor Trenier. There's a bunch that have been. I don't know. You got to be more specific. You know what I'm saying? Matthew, I really try to never be an asshole. Well, you're well on your way to it tonight, my friend. But you got some mitigating circumstances, so. Brian Custer, answer. Angelina Pettyjohn portrayed Sahina in Star Trek: The Original Series 2nd season episode The Gamesters of Triskelion. Oh, the potato, the baked potato lady? Is that the one? Bleepop, man, does it mean I have to put my brass knuckles and Billy Club away? Yeah, put them away, man. Mike Bravo, I want B4 on Lower Decks. He was good comic relief. It's the Wedge. What? General Grievous, you got it right. Picardo. I'm just watching Stargate Atlantis right now. We're on season 5, and Woolsey is in charge of the thing, so... The first one that came to my mind, and then I thought, there's more, though. There's other actors that have... But there you go. The Anonymissionary trivia. What is the circuit Kirk asks Washburn to check on the constellation in the Doomsday Machine? The impulse circuit is what I want to say, but I don't know. Area 51. Keiko probably wasn't so keen on raising a family on that space station. So what? Matthew, Fleet Pass, some of that could be pretty useful in the BDSM kink kind of way. Speaking of, tomorrow is, like I said, tomorrow we're going to be having the hotel room, me and Silvia, because it's our anniversary on Saturday, so that's why we're doing this live tonight, not tomorrow night. Oh, wait, did I give too much away? What? I don't know what's happening in the hotel room. We'll have to see. The Trek reviewer, did you know the actress who played Keiko read for the role of Tashiar when the character was still named Hernandez? I did not know that. Hezraz, I saw someone mention on Twitter, one of the directors of Discovery, that Trip should be given the short trek where he doesn't actually die in the Enterprise finale. I thought, hey, that is a good idea. It is a good idea. And he didn't die because in the books, one of the novels, Daedalus, I believe it's called, he actually gets recruited for Section 31 so that to fake his death so he could work undercover. So I kind of like that. General Grievous, I should have been more specific and said main cast member. That would have helped, yes. Hezraz, it would be interesting, and you could do side things for Enterprise if done right. Yeah, there's so much potential for short treks. So much potential, and they're going to fucking squander it all. But that's okay. The Anana Missionary, the 2G6 circuit. That was a trivia question that won me first place once. That's great. It's a great question. Mike Bravo, Keiko's grandma was so old using ink to write, but was still older than her grandma. Area 51, happy anniversary, you two. Thank you. Terry Tripp should live. Kevin Scott, 76. Trivia. Who wrote your favorite books? Star Trek, Space Technology. Hint, it's two brothers. Bryce, or Dot, come here. Dot. I don't know who wrote it. I can't remember. But Rick Sternbach did the illustrations for it. So. Eric Martin, my rating is getting worse as everything is typed these days. I write myself notes and stuff all the time. I don't make notes on my phone generally. So, Hezraz, true Trekyards in the books. He is a spy on Romulus. The Darth Eddie, we do need a couple of short treks about the Earth-Romulan War featuring cameos from Enterprise characters. That would be great, actually. Terry says I'd still hit Keiko. Ooh. Like, hit in what way? Domestic abuse kind of way? Or, like, I'd hit that, General Grievous says happy anniversary, Cap. Thank you. Matthew says kill. That's a bit far. Who did I say kill? What happened? Hezraz, I'm no expert or claiming to be, but don't kill Trip, and maybe let him and T'Pol live happy together, even if their relationship may be looked down upon. General Grievous asks how many years? We've been married for 9 years. We got married in 2013 at the Star Trek, in Vegas during the weekend of the Star Trek convention. So Matthew says, Hezraz, I actually would like to see that more than Riker. Both ways to hit. Kidding. Oof. The Anana Missionary. It's hard name to say, man. One more trivia for me. What was the name of the card game Kirk made up in Piece of the Eye? Fizbin. Fizbin's a good game. But not on Tuesdays. Or when it's dark. Hezraz. Be a precursor to Sarek-Amanda relationship. Also, maybe don't give the main hurrah to Riker and Troy. The Darth Eddie. I know Jolene Bollock has all but left the entertainment industry since getting married, but I think an elderly T'Pol would be a great character to appear in Strange New Worlds. She would be about 173. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Mike Bravo. It'd be cool if Q snapped the lower decks crew into TOS animated style for a breakaway scene. Yep, we've talked about stuff like that before. There's a lot of potential for things like that. So, The anonymissionary. Correct. And you're saying my name fine. Yeah, it's just hard to. I have dyslexia, so pronouncing some things is difficult sometimes. And when I'm tired or whatever, I'm looking at it and I know what it's supposed to say, but it's like I have to sound it out. It's like really bad, so I apologize. Matthew says you're completely right. I like your new interpretation. For what? Safe Commander. Have you listened to any of the audiobooks narrated by various Trek actors? If so, which has been your favorite narrator? Yeah, I've got a bunch of them actually. Mark Leonard does some really good ones. So does John Delancey. Um, there was one read by James Doohan. I think it's Kobayashi Maru actually. That's pretty good. Um, I like all of them, but yeah, I think John Delancey or Mark Leonard are probably the better ones. But depends. I've got a bunch of them for sure in the other room. Trying to remember which ones I've listened to. I've listened to so many. Hezraz, now is a good time to bring back Enterprise characters somehow. Also, it kind of gives the actors some justice and respect. Amen, brother. Fleetpod trivia. What Klingon actor was arrested during a political protest and teaches or taught English at Cornell University? What Klingon actor? I don't know. Terry says, a friend of mine from high school looks just like the Trip actor, so kind of like that character a lot, as shallow as that might be. Mike says, so what character from TNG would you like to see on Star Trek Discovery? Realistically, what character on Discovery? Like future Discovery? Realistically? Words? None. I'm thinking. Guinan. Kevin Scott. It was Stan Goldstein and Fred Goldstein. Well, there you go. Safe Commander Frakes. Troy impersonation always makes me crack a smile. The Darth Eddie Pike. Welcome aboard, Mr. T'Pol. Or Minister T'Pol. I hope you like my ship, T'Pol. Impressive. Certainly different from the Enterprise I'm familiar with. Matthew throws in $5. Thank you, Matthew. You didn't have to do that. You're having a hard time right now. Please don't. But how did you get into sci-fi? What makes you do this? People ask me this all the time. What my first memory of Star Trek was. I don't have one. My brothers were into Star Trek. My oldest brother's 10 years older than me. The middle brother is 7 years older than me. And so they were watching Star Trek way before I was born. I just grew up around it. It was always there. It's just always been a part of my life. What makes me want to do this? I just want to be a part of Star Trek history. I want to share my love for Star Trek with other people. That's one of the reasons I invented the Foley class and arrogantly enough named it the goddamn Foley class because I wanted to have a piece of me live on in some kind of Star Trek form. That was before Trekyards. Now Captain Foley, a lot of people know Captain Foley, so the Foley class. Anyway, it is what it is. But just I like sharing my love and my knowledge of Star Trek and sci-fi with other people. And I'm not the hugest sci-fi fan. Like there's a lot of franchises I haven't seen. I'm well aware of them. I know a lot of the main aspects of the shows. I just haven't watched them all. Like I said, I'm just now watching Atlantis. I didn't watch Stargate SG-1 until like earlier this year, like the whole thing, so but yeah, Star Trek's always been just like one of my loves. So Shannon Nash, Star Trek Online may be a good way to bring back Star Trek Enterprise. No, we don't. No. I mean, you could, but no. It's just voice acting. I'd rather have them on screen. Cryptic Spider-Man, holy cow, this chat is still going on? Yes. Hezraz, damn, now I want to see Elderly DePaul. Fleetpaw says, I was like Tripped, he's southern like me. I felt connected to him because he talks similar to me. The actor was arrested. The actor that was arrested and taught was J.G. Hertzler. There you go. Carlo Albanez, I hope everyone is as well as can be. Hail Caroga. Matthew Coate, Fleetpaw, that's exactly why I like Trip. He kind of was the every person. Terry Farley, the Trip I knew was from South Michigan and had bad Midwest accent, but his personality was like Trip. General Grievous, an interesting idea would be to have the same character from Enterprise who was Archer's advocate, or perhaps his teaching influence, a young Gorkon, before he became Chancellor in Strange New Worlds. There's a lot of potential for Strange New Worlds, for things like that, so yes. Spock on, I used to be married to a world-famous person. Oof. Fleetpaw says, the Trekyards' lives are always a blast and usually last about 3 to 6 hours apiece. We had one go for 7 hours, though. So, I have been toying with the idea of me personally doing a 24-hour live stream where I'm just kind of doing other shit, too. So we'll see. Matt Borman says, the Foley class is fantastic. All hail Project TriStar. Terry Farley, you and Sam ever interview Trip? You could get him on the horn, maybe, if not. Yes, we interviewed him in 2019 Vegas. I don't think the interview's been released, though. Because our interviews, when we do interviews with the actors, we put them on a channel and they get no views, which is weird. But yeah, we did sit down with him in 2019. Yeah, we did quite a few actor interviews. We released some of them. I would just look up Trekyards 2019 Vegas or STLV in the search bar and see what comes up as far as actors go. We recorded a lot. We didn't release all of them though. We did interviewed Rod Roddenberry. I know that we released that one. But yeah, Matthew Coates wasn't Trip from Florida. That's why he got so mad when Zindi nuked like half the state. Hezraz, but would Jolene Blauwach actually act again? Would be cool. I mean, she might be, she might come out of it for her retirement for that. Who knows? Mike says, you share your Star Trek love very well. The Cerebus. Yes, there is. Carlos says, Dreadnought class ships are an art all their own, and the Foley class is a unique part of the Federation fleet. However, I don't think they look so good in the refit style. I think the refit Dreadnoughts look way better, way more fantastic. Wait till you see the refit Foley class. Looks good, I gotta say. And I love, there's the Federation class refit, and there's also the Ascension class. The Ascension class, if you haven't seen the Ascension class Dreadnought, look it up. It's a cool looking ship. The Anana Missionary. In what order did you experience Star Trek? What order did you watch the shows for the first time? Like I said, I grew up watching the original series, and then I remember getting excited for TNG, because TNG came out when I was like 13, 14, around there. So I watched all the TOS ones and, the movies, like the motion picture, Wrath of Khan, stuff like that. And then watched TNG when it first came out. So yeah, I was, watching the original Trek. Fleetpaw, that's so sad. I love it. What happened? Hezraz, I almost feel like Archer would be captain at the academy. He used to teach what not to do. The Trek reviewer, Trekyards. Who was the first Janeway to appear in Star Trek? Oh, some French bitch. Marie Belvenue or some shit. She couldn't act for shit. I don't know. I can't remember. Some French. Yeah. Matthew says, okay, I got you in the Star Trek, the animated series. What was the first vessel that came across? The Bonaventure? Or you mean Beyond the Farthest Star, where it's that alien ship? I don't know the first one that came across in the animated series. Brian Stewart, you and Samuel have left a legacy just like any author or actor who has their work viewed over time by the masses. You will live forever in Trek lore. I certainly hope so, but if YouTube goes away and all of our videos disappear, then we're going to be quickly forgotten about. All you got to do is stop making content for like a couple months and people forget all about you, so. Matt Boardman, I'm not familiar with Drent, but I used to live in the Lansing area for 20 years before moving to Los Angeles to pursue a career in visual effects. Terry says, gotta say, Scott Bakula was great in Enterprise. General Grievous says, the reason the Xindi nuked Florida was the only seen footage of the 20th and 21st century of its weirdness. Florida man does this, Florida man does that. Let's kill that part. Let's help these people out. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Matthew, well, I mean, no matter how popular he is, I mean, even with me, if he broke the law, he should pay for that, as talented as he is. Oh, J.G. Hertz, so he just got it. It was just for protesting. He didn't do anything illegal. He was just at a protest, and they arrested a bunch of people for being protesty. That's why he got arrested. So it has nothing to do with him being a criminal. Oh, you had the dreaded spinning wheel of doom? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't. I'm sorry that happened. Star Trek investigator type show would be interesting, or even a castle type show for Star Trek. I agree with that. Matthew says, General Grievous, I'm a Floridian myself, and I totally get it, lol. Oh, hail Project TriStar. Yes, Matt. Kevin Scott says, trivia, what does the sickbay diagnostic scanner show? Lots of things. Respiration, blood pressure, oxygen content of the blood. I think there's a brainwave monitor, heartbeat indicator. There's a bunch of stuff on the medical thing. I don't remember them all. Which variant of the Foley class is the USS Cerberus? That is the Mark II. There's the USS Foley, the USS Cerberus, the USS Eravata, and the USS Chimera. Those are the different Foley class ships. Ow, my ass is sore. More like my sciatica, but. Seth Commander, I would love to see a short trek about Rasmussen stealing the future tech of the prequel, the TNG. Yes, that would be great, actually, how he got the time pod. Bejeweled was an early Janeway. Yeah, that's a bitch. Carlo, I would love to make Star Trek Museum with models of the ships with Trekyards episodes of that ship playing on the screen next to it would be great for the experience. Actually, when my friend Michael Freitas, who did the Romulan Terror Bird, which is one of our first, I think the first Trekyards original, he scratch built this Romulan ship, took it to Wonderfest, and yeah, we had a iPad playing the episode in like a, like Picard's little computer desk thing, his little laptop thing, had the episode playing the whole time behind the model at Wonderfest, with no sound obviously, but you could still see the visuals of the animated ship and stuff flying, and that was pretty cool. So, the Darth Idea, the new Medusan character in Prodigy helps explain why the Medusans have their own Starfleet style warp ships in TOS Remastered. They have individuals inside suits who can operate controls, and the vessel. Matthew, yeah, you should serve whatever he did. And should follow law and have voted on it, but it's still a good actor. Have a short tracker mini-series with Laris as investigator. Maybe throw in Garrick for some fun. I really hope I wasn't an asshole tonight. Not really. Like maybe 28% asshole. People I'm from Florida, and I wish it wasn't true, but it's actually completely true. There's just a lot of fucking crazy people here. No Fizbin. I just noticed that there's a Thursday hangout. Is there no hangout tomorrow? There is not, Jonathan, and the reason we're doing it tonight is because tomorrow is, well, Saturday is me and Sylvia's anniversary. So tomorrow night we're going out for a nice dinner. We got a hotel room. Hanky panky, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be around tomorrow night unless you want to live stream from the hotel room. I mean, that might be great, but I might have to be on Pornhub or something. But yeah, so there's going to be no live stream tomorrow night. So that's why I did it early, did it tonight instead. So plus, with new Trek coming out probably on Thursdays, my first reaction videos are going to be Thursday night. So the Friday night ones might be bumped to Thursday night anyway, because those first reaction videos to like Picard or Discovery or Lower Decks, they always, for the first hour we talk about the episode, the last hour is just this shit. We just hang out. So it'll probably end up moving to Thursday anyway. So there is that. Who is the Admiral? I think I know the Lieutenant. The Admiral is my wife, Silvija, yes. Are there any services that will 3D print and paint physical models for you? There's a lot of services that do that. Actually, one of the best ones is Shapeways. Go on to, just type in shapeways.com. You can order shit tons of Star Trek ships in different sizes, different kind of print like media or mediums, so that you can get like different like smooth hulls or like the more cheaper 3D printed type hulls, and you can get. I don't think you can get them painted, but I've ordered a bunch of shit from Shapeways. I need a 3D model of the Foley class, the Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3, and the refit, Project TriStar, so I can put them on Shapeways so you guys can get your own Foley class ships. I'm talking to somebody specifically out there who might be working on some 3D models of some of my ships. So, do you think you'll be able to go to the next Wonderfest? Yes. I never miss a fucking Wonderfest except for this year, and it pissed me off, so don't even remind me, goddammit. If the border wasn't closed, I would have been there. Never missed one. Corn Hub. Ezra, everyone here is a bit of an asshole at some point on the lives. The regulars, I mean. True. Trekyards on the site that rhymes with Corn Hub. Terry says, I can send the 3D file of a ship or plane to Shapeways. I think you can, yes. If not, if Shapeways won't do that, though, there are other places that you can get 3D stuff printed for you, yes. But Shapeways is great. I want to open the Trekyards store on Shapeways, so you can order some of our Trekyards originals and, you know, Samuel's Horizon class, my Foley class, all versions of it, so that you guys can get them. I think that'd be cool. But I need 3D models. I'm only one man. I can live streams. I mean, all the regulars have had their asshole moments mostly, except for the captain. I'm never an asshole on these. I'm a goddamn saint. Matt Boardman whistles innocently, including me. I have some asshole moments, but I get back on track. I can be a bit intense. I need to ask Samuel about getting a bridge and shuttle bay modeled. Hey man, just got home from work. Happy Friday. It's not Friday, it's Thursday, but thank you. Matt Boardman, haha, something to do about 3D models. Fleetbot says, I am an asshole, but I have a wrench. Just kidding. Anyway, I'm going to call it there, guys. It's been over 2 hours. This has been fantastic. And yeah, I won't be around tomorrow for live, but maybe we'll do something on the weekend. I don't know, but just stay tuned. And thank you for joining me for this one. Like I said, today I released a unboxing video on the Captain Foley personal channel. Tomorrow there's going to be an Eagle Moss review on the Captain Foley personal channel and the Trekyards channel. Next week there's probably going to be content from me on Thursday and Friday. That being said, I think new Trek starts next week, so those might be lost in the wash with the new stuff that's coming out. I don't know. There's going to be new stuff coming from me as review-wise and stuff as well, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's it. Look, all the decks are at red alert status right now because it's time to end the live stream. And General Grievous throws a $2 snipe in. Thank you so much for the super chat. That is great. But yeah, stay tuned. I don't know. There's going to be new content coming from me, review-wise, and other things. And just stay tuned. I've kind of got back into my groove as far as making videos go, and I'm enjoying it. Was very busy and productive this week, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It'll end at some point because I'll eventually get in a slump again. But that's okay. Just enjoy it while you can. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley. I love you. Do the heart thing. I never do the heart thing right. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Live long and prosper. See you next time. Bye, guys. Wish me luck tomorrow night.